The table shows values of y equals 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 for values of x from -3 to 5. It's a multiple part question which tests your understanding of solving equations and also plotting them on a graph. So it says complete the table above. The only one you've got missing is 3. So all you need to do is substitute 3 into there. So x squared is 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. Take away 5 times 3, which is 15. So that leaves 3 minus 12 is minus 9. You can do that on a piece of paper if you need to. On the graph paper opposite, draw the graph of y equals 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 for the values of x between -3 and 5. So using what you've got up there, draw the graph. Now, to save time, I've actually done this in advance. So looking at the graph, you just need to be a bit careful about what the units represent. You've got your y-axis here as usual and your x-axis there as usual. There's your 0 point. Anything below that on the x-axis there is minuses. The same goes for your y-axis. Anything below the naught there is a minus. Also, you notice the scale here. The scales are different for the x and y. So each big box is equal to 1 on the x-axis. On the y-axis, each big box is equal to 5. So that means that each of the two smaller boxes, two of the smaller squares, is equal to 1 there. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. So you just need to be a little bit careful when you plot these values. So for -3, x is -3, you've got y equals 21. So we've got 21 there. That's 2 little squares up from there. So that's 21, and x is -3. So you go through plotting each of your points there, and then you draw a line. Mine's not that brilliant there, so I'm actually slightly off the dots there. I'm going to... That's not a huge improvement. Okay, so let's go back to the question. Write down the x-coordinates of the points where the curve intersects the x-axis. Well, we've already got the 1 there. So where y equals 0, x equals 4. But don't be tempted just to leave it at that. Look back at the graph. Because the x-axis, this is the x-axis, is intersected in 2 places. And this is where I wish my curve was better. But we can say that it intersects the x curve at -2 at -1.5 roughly. Okay, so x-axis is intersected at -1.5 and we know that it intersects at 4 as well. Okay. Now draw the line y equals -2 on your graph paper and write down the x-coordinates of the points where the line intersects a curve. Right, so let's do that. Let's go back to the graph and y equals -2. So this is our y-axis. -2 is going to be 4 little squares down, so let's draw a line of y equals -2. So it intersects x, and as I say, my line isn't brilliant here, so let's say it intersects it at, well, let's use that and say it intersects it at -1.4. Let's just have a quick look at that again. So the way I did that was, we've got our line y equals -2 there, and then we go up from where the line intersects back up to the x-axis, and that's -1.4.